In these problems, we're looking at the differences between equations and inequalities. So what is an equation? Well, an equation says that two things are equal to each other. So we're looking for an equal sign. That's going to be the giveaway. So in this problem, where they're asking us to determine which one of these things is an equation, there's just one of them that's got an equal sign. So you know this is the equation. It says this side is equal to this side. The other things here, well, this is just a number. This has a greater than sign. Anything with a greater than or a less than sign, that's what an inequality is. It says these two sides are not equal to each other. This one's greater than that one. And then this thing here without an inequality sign, without an equal sign, we call that an expression. It's what might be on one side of an equation or the other. So in this next problem, it says, which of the following is an inequality? So again, we're going to look for either a greater than or a less than sign. And the only one is right there. This is an expression. This is a number. This has an equal sign, so it's an equation. And this is our inequality. All right, let's do a little bit of work with inequalities. So in these next two problems, we're supposed to compare, and this is with a greater than or a less than, 9 to negative 8 and negative 4 to negative 5. You probably know that 9 is a bigger number than negative 8 because positive numbers are bigger than negative numbers. So we can just fill that one in like this. So that says 9 is greater than negative 8. If you get confused about which symbol to use, the bigger end of the inequality is pointing towards the bigger number. Sometimes it gets a little confusing when you're comparing negative numbers because the number 5 is bigger than the number 4, but a negative 4 is actually greater than a negative 5. And the way to remember this is to put it on a number line. So here's 0, 1. So negative 4 would be here, and negative 5 would be here, and things get smaller as you go in this direction. So negative 4 is actually greater than negative 5. Comparing inequalities can be more difficult when we're dealing with fractions. So is 13/10 greater than 11/8? Well, just looking at these, I don't know. I think the easiest way to deal with these is to convert everything to decimals. And you can do that with your calculator. 13/10 is the same thing as 13 divided by 10. You know, a fraction is really just a division problem. So that's 1.3. And then 11 divided by 8. And that's 1.375. So 1.375 is bigger than 1.3, so this one's false. That's not correct. Let's look at the next one. We have negative 9/11 is less than negative 11/13. Again, we're going to just punch this in the calculator. 9 divided by 11, and that's 0.81 repeating. Oh, and this is a negative number. And then 11 divided by 13, that's 0.84. But again, that's a negative number. 8, 4, 6, etc., etc. So let's see. If we put this on a number line, negative 0.81 would be here, and negative 0.846 would be there. So this is the smaller number, this is the smaller number, and oh, this says the opposite. So that's not true either. Well, I guess we'll hope it's C. Oh, and we already did the work for this one. 13/10 is 1.3, and 11/8 is 1.375. And yeah, 13/10 is less than 11/8. So that is the correct answer. So that's a little bit of work with equations and inequalities.